Warning, spoilies ahead.
Whoa. You've got a cup? Where did you get you got a sweet mug?
Yeah, Dugan let me have it.
Dugan?
Yeah, the
Dugan
guard.
let you have Dugan won't
Yeah.
let me have anything. Dugan is exceptionally mean to me.
Dugan's a really nice guy.
Dugan took my shoes. He said that another prisoner needed them more than I did.
That's weird because I just got new shoes today.
That's
Dugan's a sweetheart. I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
it's nice to see that you're having a good time here.
Yeah, it's really fun.
I'm not having that great of a time.
It's almost like a summer camp, summer vacation.
I'm put that out. I'm not having a summer camp sort of experience. I have been shoeless most of the time.
It's pretty fun, arts and crafts, all that kind of stuff. So
I don't get to go outside a lot of the time. They will skip over waking me up to go outside.
See, I'm almost outside too much, It kind of gets a little old after a while. I'm like, yeah, I get it. Sun's trying. Whoa,
Did I see you playing Frisbee in the yard the other day?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dugan brought it in for me.
I wasn't allowed to go.
Yeah,
play
Dugan brought it in. He's pretty cool. Hello and welcome to Two Guys, One Film, a Project Nerd original show. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Dane. And this week we watched Face Off to continue our Nick Cage season.
Cage in a Cage.
Cage in a Cage. Cage in a Cage. And here's another Nick Cage somewhat prison-y movie. We're just keeping on with the theme here, I guess. This movie was directed by John Woo. I don't feel I know. I was like, I don't feel like I need to say that if you're familiar with John Woo. Lots of flowing clothing, lots of doves, lots of slow-mo.
Lots of flips.
Yeah, a lot of flips.
It's always like flip into shooting.
We'll get into that. There's some unnecessary. There's a lot of anyway. The writers were Mike Werb and Michael Collery. It's an action crime sci-fi. I didn't really think of the sci-fi thing, but there's a lot more sci-fi in it than I really kind of remembered as not really as a kid, but when I watched it, I always look back as like a kid watching stuff.
Yeah, I have no concept of time or reality, but like I understand what you mean because like it always is just based in fact to me. And then when I'm like sitting down half to paying attention, I'm like, why would a prison have magnets?
Yeah.
Why would they be able to take faces? So it's like it's heavy science fiction because they're using visible lasers to cut off skin. So it's like, oh, this is a science fiction movie. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's like not set in the future, so you're like your brain automatically thinks future when it thinks science fiction,
Yeah. Like flying cars and like everything is all shiny and sleek.
Yep.
I don't know, a pretty sleek doctor's office, I guess.
Anyway. Basis of the movie.
It's about a terrorist who, he's after a specific person, tries to kill him, ends up killing his son. What was his name? Sean Archer. Archer, who is played by John Travolta, becomes pretty much obsessed because of it.
Castor Troy.
And he gets all obsessed over Castor Troy because Castor's trying to kill him and not his son.
Well, yeah, he ended up killing his son accidentally.
Yeah, through him.
If the hole just was a few inches to the left, Jamie would be alive or whatever his name was.
But then he wouldn't be there. Yeah, it was Michael. I kept wanting to say Jamie too, and I'm
thinking like Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
Which is nothing like this.
Oh, it's exactly like it. It's a fun family movie. But yeah, so that's the intro is him is Castor Troy trying to assassinate Sean Archer with his sweet mustache and awkward sipping of the straw. It's like they told him to like please really really purse the lips when you.
I love you can always tell like Let's make it look like it was a while ago. I don't know. Give him a mustache because he wouldn't grow it ever again. So nothing says passage of time like facial hair.
They should have given Archer a mustache too.
It was their mustache era.
Yeah, they both should have had
grew
mustache. Yeah. Another John Woo thing I've noticed is it's just drama. It's super dramatic, like all the time. Like everything.
It's very
like even like beginning of the movie. I know Archer's son is dead, but this is like at years later, obviously, and he comes rushing out of the thing, all man, and I didn't remember his voice being so man through the whole thing. Like, why you doing Travolta? This? Yeah, why you doing that? You know, like
yeah, come
why aren't you guys doing this? You know, like a lot of
very,
that.
Like, it is very like melodramatic, almost like a very Western kind of a way, like spaghetti Western-ish almost thing. Like, I don't know. It's got a certain style to a John Woo movie
where you can kind of feel the like Asian influence. I mean, because you and I have watched it. We watched a decent amount of like what I guess East Asian, excuse me, not just like East Asian influence, like where they like the drama is a little bit different than like Western, whereas the Western seems a little bit more cheesy, I guess.
Yeah.
Like whereas East Asian can be a little cheesy, but there's I don't know. There's a weird. Yeah. There's a difference between the drama here and the drama there, and you can kind of comes on through.
Yeah, it's like very theatrical.
With like John Woo stuff.
Yeah, which he loves to randomly slow things down. Frame rate changes randomly. Yeah, and goes back to normal. Almost like normal things too, like a close up of somebody or like something passing by. It's like frame rate changes and it goes back to normal. He does that like in almost every movie he does. That's his thing.
Yeah,
when you got a signature, go with it.
You just keep running with it. You know,
I like so Castor plants a giant dirty chemical bomb at the LA Convention Center, and is dressed as a priest, which I fucking love. And he starts doing the headbang thing. Yeah. Woo! I fucking love that. And just like the way that Nick Cage kind of over the tops it, but in a good like villain-esque way.
I feel like he had fun with this.
Oh yeah, I feel like they both did. Like it.
Seriously, and honestly, I feel like I enjoy John Travolta trying to act like Nicolas Cage a lot better than I like John Travolta just acting.
Yeah, it's cool for him to see John Travolta be like silly and over the top. Because usually he's just like normal dramatic actor, but like for him to be like his version of Nicolas Cage, which was just like it was fucking great. You could totally tell they just like spent a bunch of time with each other and was like, how would you do this scene? It's like, oh, I'll show you. And it was just like. What's Castor Troy's obsession with chiclets? I haven't had chiclets in a long time.
I don't know.
I wonder if Dugan could get me chiclets. But it's like, yeah, it's always in the box. There's like chiclets, some joints, that's golden guns.
Yeah, in his box and his pills.
Yeah.
It's like huge blue horse pills, which he doesn't swallow, apparently. He just...
Yep. Don't forget the fucking chiclets next time. I'm Castor fucking Troy. So yeah, they get tips that he's gonna be taken off in that plane. They have an agent on board.
His dodo brother used his name.
Yeah,
used his real name to rent the plane.
Yeah,
but like, brother, why does he talk like that? Like they don't even seem
something like this, and I'm so much like Castor Troy.
It's weird because he's just so opposite Castor.
I think that's probably like the point of it,
where he's like sort of the dopey brother, like but the like smart dopey brother.
Yeah.
He's timid, but he's like not at the same time. He's creepy.
He always says this with his hair. My boy, boy.
Who waves their pinky?
Him.
So when they're in the plane, you know, and there goes one of my. There's so many great lines in this movie that we reference constantly, but I could eat a peach for hours. One of the all-time greatest in this.
Greatest.
Is it gross? Yes, but is it a great line? Fucking delivered beautifully.
I guess it's gross to say it to like just a random woman like that.
Yeah, but when you're Castor Troy,
like if I were to send you flowers. Oh wait, let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
If I were to let you suck my tongue, would you be grateful?
He's got a long ass tongue too. Just like
I know. I never really remember that until I got this. I'm like, whoa, just keeps going. You're like, damn, bro.
And then when they start like having to take off. I just like when Castor gets to the pose like, this is a really big fucking gun. Now fly, bitch.
Oh yeah, I love that. Fly, bitch.
And like, how could they see each other in the cockpit?
That's what I was wondering.
Like Archer's in the car coming this way. Like the cockpit's like large, but from a distance, it's pretty small. And it's like probably anti-glare. So like they're seeing each other perfect. The guy Castor brings up the agent and he's like, God damn it, and he like swerves. Like, how do they see each other? They have eagle vision.
I was wondering that as well. And also I was wondering like, what is Sean Archer's endgame at that moment? Is he going to run in the plane? Like, does he really think
Castor?
that? Yeah, but I don't think Castor would have turned away. I think he would have just ran right into him.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the plan was on that one, but
it's great.
He's playing chicken with it.
I'm going backwards a little bit. The part where Castor gets out of the car and his jacket's all classic John Woo right there, and it's slow-mo.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he steps out,
golden guns, slow-mo, and diving while shooting. So when
talk about a good shot though,
dude, seriously,
like because I've got that driving. First before that, Travolta flying the helicopter. Did he fly that?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he did in real life.
Because I know he's got a pilot's license. I know he can fly. Yeah. He could fly the jet. I know that.
I don't know if he could fly the helicopter, but who knows?
That'd be.
JT, watching this, did you fly that helicopter?
Yeah. Can you pilot other things besides airplanes?
Yeah, that's a fucking good shot where he hits the engine and he's like holding down the flap of the plane. I was like,
yeah, well, both of them.
Yeah,
ridiculously good shots.
Yep.
And, and then after that, the plane crashes into the hangar, and
which I feel like he should have slowed down way before almost hitting the wall. Like he should have slowed down.
I thought that too, but I'm like, this guy doesn't know how to fly a plane. Also, the guys that were standing in front of that hangar took forever to get out of the way. Oh yeah, it's coming right at us.
Oh. But then, that's when diving and shooting comes in, because you got to dive out of the airplane and shoot so many guns. And then
he hits like 3 or 4 dudes, like flying out of that plane.
Well, when you're falling in slow motion, you can aim a lot better.
Oh, that's true.
It's kind of like Max Payne when you like do bullet time. That's how.
Yeah, and you slow down and you can just kind of slowly aim. Pow.
Yeah.
Pow.
And then even his brother does it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Like how his brother's the first one to get caught. Of course.
One of my favorite deaths is in the beginning. Is Castor gets that shotgun and that like
and he
comes around the corner and he shoots when he flies back.
Flying.
You can see like the wires a bit, but just how far that guy flies back is so good.
There's a few of those actually, where people fly through the air.
Some spin shooting. You got to spin around for no reason to shoot. You got to roll and shoot. John Woo film does it. Mission Impossible 2. They do that in Mission Impossible 2. That's a lot of flipping around and shooting. So it makes it look dramatic. It's cool.
It does, but it also looks kind of stupid when you just do a front flip, land on the floor, and continue to shoot. Yeah, and there are a few of those too. It's
crouch down. Like, why did we do that?
I need to be laying on my back to shoot. I'm like, that seems like a bad, not very strategical position to be in.
This bullet won't hit me if I flip. Whoa!
Yeah. He did a flip.
He's so impressed I won't even shoot him anymore. That was a cool flip.
He did a flip over a bullet coming at him.
Yep.
And then bam.
I also want to say, the stunt doubles are really bad in this. Like they're good stunts,
they are.
But they look nothing like Archer or Castor, and it's just like, could have tried. So like, there's times where it's just like a guy running and hopping, and I'm like,
you can see a lot of that through the prison break scene.
Also the end boat scene, but like,
oh, that's right.
Yeah, this beginning part is like a lot of like, oh, there's a stunt double, but
I mean, this was in '97. Okay, some of the stunt double, there was really good stunt double work in '97 though.
Oh yeah, I just think it's hard to find people that look like John Travolta and Nicolas Cage because they have such a distinct look where it's like nobody else looks like them.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, let's just hire the cheapest stunt person we got. We'll put them in the same suit. Hope nobody will notice.
Well,
we'll change the frame rate. No one will see their face.
They leave the camera on them too long.
Yeah.
But the scene, if you don't, then you're just like, whoa, what happened to him?
Yeah, that's the double-edged sword of a stunt,
So I guess you just really got to time the stunts right and really edit if you want to use people that do not look anything like
Well, now you can just do like a face swap thing. Makes
Well,
it
yeah.
easier, but back then you couldn't.
Well, then they
Although I don't want to get into it. Never mind.
then they have their big shootout.
You only
They
got
jump-
one bullet left. Oh, we really do know each other's guns. I'm like, how do you count during all of this action? Going, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. He's shot 14 shots now. He's only got one. Like how? Like it's dramatic and cool.
with other people shooting.
Yeah, I've managed to
you-
count all of your bullets.
Yeah, I know the sound of your gun specifically. That's how obsessed I am with you. Well, and I thought, man, what a creep. He's so obsessed. He's like neglecting his family. All right, well, I get it. His kid got killed.
Yeah,
that would fuck me up too.
Watch your fucking mouth. I love that.
I know.
When he's like, oh god, I love Castor Troy.
I know. I can't remember what John Travolta says to him right there. He says
Yeah.
something fucking.
Yeah.
It's like he might have just even said "fuck you." Well, you watch your fucking mouth.
Yeah. And then like the crying while he's like, oh, you don't kill me, man. You got the knife and flies back with a jet. Oh, alive. Funny, and what a thing I found funny is after he hits the fence and is now in a coma, the guy goes, "Elvis has left the building."
I know. I was
which
like,
is
oh my
funny
god.
because both of these dudes love Elvis.
Oh,
Like
even
Nicolas Cage
Travolta
and John Travolta. Like John Travolta does that whole like Elvis routine and Look Who's Talking Too.
Oh, that's
at
right.
the school thing. So it's like it's just funny because it's
You
like,
know,
hey,
and
we
then
love Elvis.
like it's funny because I'm watching this and I'm thinking to myself, like, man, I do not really like John Travolta. But when I think about that movie, I'm like, I liked him in Look Who's Talking, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a whole other ball of wax, though. I mean, Look Who's Talking. It's not Face Off.
It's not this. There are a few Travolta movies where I'm like, yeah, I can get into that.
I know you're a big Grease fan. I know.
Oh, dude, even Grease too.
He's not in
Boy in the
Grease,
Plastic Bubble.
Boy in the Plastic Bubble's not bad, actually. Urban Cowboy.
Saturday Night Fever, Staying Alive. I even love the sequel, dude. Oof.
Did you see Saturday Night Fever?
No. I mean, I've seen.
It's not
I've
awful.
Seen it.
It's not awful,
like,
but if you don't
people on a bridge and they jump off or some shit,
they trick this girl into thinking that they jumped off, and then later on, it's kind of there's some messed up parts in that movie too. But yeah, remember it takes place in the 70s.
I also was like mixing
dated.
that scene with the Lost Boys scene of jumping off like the train tracks thing. So I was like, were they vampires the whole time? Was John Travolta a vampire?
Oh yeah, him and his crew were vampires.
Oh,
you didn't know
fuck
that?
yeah.
And they were disco pyres.
Disco.
But like from what I remember, it's not that bad of a movie. It's dated. It's like one of those movies that you watch it
in its time.
You'll watch it and then be like, ooh, can't get away with that now. Ooh, can't get away with that now. It's one of those.
I also really liked Phenomenon.
Oh man, I forgot about that.
That's a good movie.
We'll have to explore some John Travolta.
Let's broaden our John Travolta horizons. We'll skip Battlefield Earth.
Oh, but I thought you were real big into Scientology.
Well, I just got my audit the other day, so we'll see how much cleansing or whatever I need to do. So
I'm not really allowed to do much.
It's true. So we'll see how my audit goes. And then I'm going to get to know all the lizard ghosts in the volcanoes under the ground. So
are you going to get to hang out with the...
Probably. With Zandu?
I don't know.
Xanadu? I think it was Xanadu. That's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go Xanadu. Where does this come from for the Archer family?
Again, okay, so there you go. One of the like weird artsy things that John Woo puts in the movie.
Like I get it, it's like a face thing because it's face off, but like they all do it.
It's just a family thing. I start doing it to Evelyn.
And like when he's like his wife's like trying to talk to him at the beginning, and you're just like, "Good, there's just family." Like that's so awkward because you have to be like, so
what?
Shut up, honey. I'm gonna touch your whole face.
Well, it's like at that point, it's just like, oh wow, don't be insulting, man. She's trying to talk to you. I'm gonna start doing that to people when they talk to me, and I don't want to say anything to them.
That's right. Put my face-off hand on your face.
When like my boss is telling me, "Hey Dan, can you?" What is that? It's Face Off. You know the movie. Don't act like you don't know the movie.
So the part when they caught Castor and Archer comes back to his office, and they are all congratulating him, giving him champagne, and Archer, being the butthole he is at the beginning of the movie, gets all mad about it. He's like, "This is for such and such and Pinkest. Like, I don't know why
I know,
Pinkest was the
Pinkest,
name
I was
that like stood out to me, and it's just like,
I know, I was like, how do you not laugh after you yell that out?
poor Pinkest.
Oh, Pinkest. Oh, miss you, Pinkest.
No, Pinkest, I miss you. And then he also has super high tech Apple computer that has like "Welcome, Archer" and beep boop 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 boop. Like, and he's like randomly punching keys.
Oh, they're like a super
like,
secret, like
yeah.
terrorist fighting organization. They're so secret they can't get in good intel.
Yeah. Is the LAPD doing all this thing? We might as well be nothing at all.
I'm like, why? That's seriously, bro.
Kill the
Got him.
Kill the LAPD. Kill it.
There's a lot of that from him in this. Well, until he becomes, you know, and then when he starts being Nick Cage as himself, it's way better.
When the lady hands off that floppy disk to him, it's like that slow-mo up close shot of it. And I was like, it doesn't even be slow.
Technology.
Like the hand it off too, like the whoa.
Like look how like technologically advanced these people are. Yeah, floppy disk for days.
Bye.
And so like, okay, so then we find out Castor, they found out Castor has the bomb, and they can't sweat his brother for the information of where it's at, or any of his like colleagues.
They get the one guy that says that'll go off on the 18th, and that's all he knows.
But like, so they have this experimental program where they can swap his face and make him go into prison to try to get the information out of his brother. But like, when they go to the hospital, why is the Castor that's in the bed they're filming a dummy already?
I don't know.
Like, they haven't started the surgery. So it's like them walking. It's like, Jesus, you're keeping him alive. And it's like the dummy that they use later, which I don't know if they want to use it just so like continuity purposes. But I mean, it's impressive because it twitches and breathes. I was like, can we just use the dummy on the face cutting scenes? Like, use Nicolas Cage for this? Like,
I've seen the dummies like outside all that. They look pretty fucking real.
Yeah, but it's like,
well, it looks exactly like them, man. Like,
but it's like the face parts is just like a little weird.
Yeah,
it's like,
well, it's they're Stan Winston stuff. That's how I
do like how
him,
they like.
I follow him on. I know that part. Okay, so let me see here before I go too far into that. Okay. My question was one of the things is, why does she put the cigarette out on him? Like, gross. First
to show that he's not going to wake up.
Like, well, obviously he's in a coma. Like, you didn't have to burn his. That's weird. And then my second question was, why don't you have him handcuffed or restrained in some way? I know he's in a coma, but people wake up from comas. Okay, he's that dangerous.
I'll one up you. Why the fuck are they keeping him alive? All you got to do is take his face and kill him. Because not like
I don't think you're not technically
gonna...
like, well, it's America. They can't just kill somebody after they've caught him.
Nobody knows he's alive.
Oh, I guess that's true.
So like, take his face, kill him, so then he doesn't wake up.
I know, because why would you need to? They're already taking him to this like scary prison that's off the record anyway, where they just like are allowed to make the prisoners fight to the death, apparently. So like. You're right. But yeah, my question was, if you're gonna keep him alive, at least chain him down, or there needs to be a guard watching him or something, because people wake up from comas.
He's in a coma. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, see, watch. And they just keep putting cigarettes out on him.
I do like the 3D laser printed ear that they give the guy.
That's pretty sick. Oh, you have a cat?
Huh?
You get a cat too?
Yeah, Dugan, let me have my cat.
But I have. You won't let me have my cat. I said that I had a cat, and he laughed in my face and said, "Cats are lame."
Oh no, we talked about my cat for like an hour, and then he felt really bad, and he got her back for me. Are we talking about the same Dugan here?
I feel like there's only one Dugan. I mean, it's a pretty distinct name.
Yeah. I mean, he's a cool guy.
I mean, maybe we are talking about the wrong guy. I don't know. Maybe it's not Dugan. Maybe not.
Dugan, the husky gentleman.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
He's about 5'8".
Mm-hmm.
5'7".
Mm-hmm.
He's got
Pretty strong, muscular build.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
very broad shoulders.
Very, overpowers me quite easily. That's for
Mhm.
sure.
And he's got blonde hair,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like not thick. It's just kind of wispy, but
Yeah.
like to the point where you're like, it's good enough that you don't have to shave it. Like there's enough on your head where you can
Yeah,
pull
it
it
sort
off.
of almost reminds me of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, but like it's that fine line of like if he loses anymore, just shave it. It looks gross.
Yeah.
So he's in that like almost can't do it anymore. That's
Yeah.
the Dugan I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's him.
Okay. Then yeah, I don't know why he doesn't like you. He's a cool guy. And okay, so why can't he tell his wife?
That's what I was wondering. Why? Why are you not allowed to tell her? What is she gonna do? Like, I
She's
guess
gonna go-
she could like compromise. She's gonna go rat out to a corpse in a bed that.
Or like any of like his like Castor's friends, like was she gonna
Or
be like
any of his her husband's coworkers.
because like the one that's like his good friend already is in on it.
Mm-hmm.
So like why can't he tell his wife? Like that's like the one person that you could tell, like fuck everybody else, but like
Yeah.
the whole process of them talking about what they're gonna do to his body. It's like we're gonna sculpt your features to get rid of those love handles. I'm like, man, fuck you, dude.
And I was like, this isn't fucking. I'm like, dude, I'm not going in for plastic surgery to make my body look nice.
And
Dick.
like, thanks for insulting me that I have
Yeah,
love handles.
I'm faster than.
I mean, look how
fatter than
cut-
Castor Troy.
Look how cut Castor is.
It'd be
And
great.
look
They
at
pull
you, Sean.
sheet down. Look at that. Look at them
Yeah,
abs.
look at you, Sean. You got your fucking love handles over here. We'll get those. We'll give them
baby
back
gorilla
to you,
over here.
Yeah, we'll give them back to you though, you tubby.
We'll see. Okay, and then they're saying that too. Oh, we're gonna sculpt you. You know, we're gonna turn you into him. That doesn't sound very reversible.
It's completely reversible. It's like, is it though?
It doesn't sound like it. It sounds
Because
like you're gonna
you're
have to break some bones and
Yeah, hopefully they're the same height. But like,
Yeah.
and then like, yeah, their shoulders broaden. You don't think about that part, but like, they're gonna have to put those like things on his face so they can put Castor's face on top of his face. But it looks like, yeah, it doesn't seem very reversible to me.
No, I'm like, but it's funny because I feel like right before the surgery, he acts like he's kind of stoked to be him.
Yeah,
like it's weird. It's weird. There's like it's like he's got a slight boner to be Castor Troy.
He can finally get away from his family that he hates and get away from his shitty life. That's not that shitty, but he's just choosing and making it.
Yeah, it's weird though, because there's this weird like vibe I got from him, where it almost seemed like he was enjoying it somewhat. It's weird. Like even when he was closing the case, he seemed all like upset about it. And it's like, oh, like you're fucking Batman or something. Chill out, dude.
That the surgery scene is fucking great because they do a really cool job of like when the faces come off, the camera like blurs off or like isn't focused on that, so like you only see blurred out or small images of like the faces without skin. Brilliantly done.
It's cool.
But the John Travolta dummy kind of looks like Christopher Lambert, like a little bit. I was like, I don't know he was in this movie. He's like, I'll do the lay-ins for the John Travolta body. Nobody knows my voice. I don't know where I'm from.
During the surgery, the whole cutting is the hair around the open wounds and like the dyeing of it and stuff. It just doesn't seem like a good idea to me.
Well, I like how they cut it and then they laser it.
Yeah.
Like laser print it and stuff like that.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I love when he wakes up. Like, wouldn't he be in like a ton of pain? Like, there's no way his face would feel fine after that. Or his body would feel good enough to be like sitting up.
Like, I mean, if you have the technology to take off a face, put it back on, and resculpt somebody, I feel like you'd have pretty good painkillers. Like, but still, like those nerve endings, nerve endings have to attach and all this stuff. So, like, they don't have a whole lot of time here.
And then, like later on, he's like, "Oh, my face is itching." He's like scratching it. That freaked
on
me
the
out.
wall.
I'm like, God, dude.
Yeah.
Like that is fresh. That is fresh. Yuck.
And that's a spiky wall. It's like one of those like stucco walls. It's like...
But I like it when he goes like, "Oh, what do we do with the face after we take it off here? Burn it."
I want you to burn his face when it's done.
I imagine them making a tiny little fire just for his face, just to toss it in.
Got it. They have the wave table for the voice section. You know, you got to build the wavelengths and stuff like that, you know. and
I
just,
wish
you
I
know,
had something like that'd be fun to play around with.
which is great because like they're like, oh, there's this microchip in your throat. Don't touch it. Even a small like a hard sneeze can set it off.
Yeah, it could
Multiple
dislodge it.
times in this movie, both of them are like getting choked, and it's fine after that.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it's just you don't think about that part.
Peach. Or
I eat peach for hours. It's like the Predator.
I know. But yeah, I thought to myself, like, man, that's one of my favorite parts of the tech of this movie. That's really cool. Like the voice changer is fucking cool.
Yeah. I like the why do I still sound like me? Like, he is very like whiny and over the top.
Yeah. Like, man, I do not remember your voice being so whiny, Travolta.
Yeah.
What's up?
Die.
But the magnetic boots, those are cool.
So I want to talk about the prison. He gets to the prison, and Drew Carey's brother from the Drew Carey show slowly shines a flashlight down to his penis, and I was like, nice. Like that's fucking weird. But like
I knew Castor Troy was packing.
so this whole prison is a magnetic field.
Yeah.
Yes, we live on a planet with a giant magnetic field, but like that's such a concentrated magnetic field that those people would start hallucinating. Like
including
not,
the guards, though, right?
Yeah, like
I mean,
not
like,
kidding,
there's
because like
no
there's
way,
just this
like,
constant field and like at all times. And so like in a lot of ghost situations, like people who think they're seeing ghosts, it's because there's like high electromagnetic field in the area, like under like limestone deposits, like towns over limestones, like people start hallucinating because of like electromagnetic. So like this prison would be fucking awful for everybody there because they're gonna start seeing shit and being all weird.
you know, and they got that giant screen and shit. It's
Yeah.
Wow.
So the name of the prison is called Erewhon, which backwards is nowhere. In California, there is a grocery store called Erewhon. So I was like, oh, it's a prison. That grocery store is a prison.
It's an oil rig. It's
I had to rewind that because he's like, here to Erewhon. I was like, wait a minute. Did he really say that? I was like, yep, that's a grocery store chain out in California. You can go to Erewhon's, people. It's like a somewhat less expensive Whole Foods. It's like right under that.
Wow.
You can get your green juice, you can get your moon juice there. Erewhon.
What's moon juice?
I don't know.
Is that
but
really
it's nowhere backwards. The green juice is. I don't know if moon juice is.
I was like, oh, moon juice? That's a thing?
And so
you guys
like
got crazy stuff out there.
The boots, the magnetic boots, are those the same boots from the Super Mario Brothers movie? That like make everybody like jump up. You remember that? They just
You'd
have
to look them up. I think they just look similar.
Yeah, like a side by side.
Yeah.
That lunchroom fight scene's really cool because like he's getting the shit kicked out of him, and Pollux. He's like looking at him, and he's starting to notice that like he doesn't acting like his brother.
Yeah.
So I love that scene where he like looks at him and he goes,
yeah,
like that's how like he gets into his Castor persona, and he starts kicking the shit out of the guy. And all he's like, I'm Castor fucking Troy. And he's like screaming. And then he starts like crying for a second and then screaming again. Like,
yeah, like the whole, like that weird transition part where he's just like freaking out.
Nicolas Cage, I know we've talked about this before, but I want to talk about this to our audience.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage does such a perfect job of pretending to be John Travolta, pretending to be Nicolas Cage. Like, it's fucking great. Like, he's really good at acting like John Travolta, but then he's also good at acting like Archer, trying to act like Castor Troy.
Yeah,
like it's such a weird subtleties, but he fucking nailed it.
I know.
Like,
it's
so
cool.
he's like playing like 3 parts, like technically, which is just. And then John Travolta, he does a great job of playing Nicolas Cage. Like it's they both just fucking nailed it. But I think Nick had the harder job of pretending to be Archer, pretending to be Castor. But
yeah, which would be like, now that I think about it, like pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But then, well, I mean, even after that fight, was it is that when his brother tells him, or is it like later on after they?
I think it's the next day.
On. He had a sex sandwich with his sister and his wife.
But then Castor wakes up from the hospital, wasn't dead. And like, wouldn't the gauze be like stuck to his face?
I know. I was like, ugh.
And then like, I just imagine like he just has some like red ketchup here for that scene where like he touches the fingers and you see it's blood because it's like from behind. So I just
Yeah.
imagine like Nick Cage just has this smear of stuff and he just goes, "Ooh,
But
when
he's
he
like
sees
he's
the
such a like
face,
creep that he just like laughs too, and it's
when
just
he
like
sees John Travolta's face in that thing, just that screen, the, "Ooh!"
yeah.
And he does a great job of like not having any lips but trying to talk at the same time. It's very like Joker-esque with
Yeah.
him. It's cool.
Like I'd love to see Nick Cage do some more like weird off the wall villains.
Yeah,
So I think it'd be really cool. Not necessarily like Batman-esque, but like
there's villains.
just like a new movie where he plays a villain that's like just a
Mhm.
fucking creep. Like it'd be cool to see.
That's when Pollux talks to Castor and he's like, "Hey man, I'm so fried in here, bro. If people don't think I'm firing all cylinders, they're gonna kill me." And good thing Sean Archer knows everything about Castor Troy because he's like, "What is my medication? I fed you those for years, man." And he knows. That's why he was the best for the job. He knows Castor Troy.
Mm-hmm. You know,
I don't even know why that guy
God.
started a fight with me.
But yeah. And then, well, I mean, I feel like he gave it away that he was not Castor Troy too quick because he tells him where the bomb is. You're so fucking pathetic.
Yeah, like he just
Like, oh,
instantly is
dude.
done with this. Like, oh, you couldn't like play it out a little more? Just
Like you, like talk
thank
about
you.
being way too fucking cocky about it. Like,
You're so fucking pathetic.
let me out, guys.
Ding, 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 ding. Got it. We're done.
That's what
Wrap
it
up the
seemed like.
movie.
It's like, oh, what
Yeah.
do you think is gonna happen? Idiot.
The so that's when Castor gets a visitor, opens the door. Who is it?
Him.
Yeah, John Travolta.
Yeah.
It's like looking in a mirror, but isn't.
Not.
But not. Yeah, and like that I like that scene where it's like it cuts to him, you know, talking about how he killed everybody, and it's like cuts to them pouring the gas on him. It's like, well, it beats paying the bill. And I was like, see anything you like? That fucking like off the rails on it.
I know.
Yes, I see a hairy knuckle. I totally like that. Thank you, John.
Is that what I look like? You.
That scene's just so fucking good. He gets to be wacky. He gets to be, you know, John Travolta pretending to be Castor Troy, you know.
Like,
oh, did I say that? Sorry, make love. I got a government job to abuse. And see, then, you know, Archer's choking out, you know, Castor. Die! And it's like, things working fine. And then Archer gets choked out by the nightclub thing. Voice thing works just fine after that.
Yeah. He said it was a hard sneeze that would dislodge it. So, you know, none of them
being
were
choked on
being choked though. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you know, it's all good. It's just gonna press it up against your vocal cords. All good. It's all good.
When I get out of here, I'm gonna get you fired.
If you get out of here. And then time goes on. It kind of reminded me of that Dick Tracy scene where he's just like kicking all kinds of ass, knows where everything's going, like knows everything about like all the crimes and shit, and just becomes a super cop pretty much.
Well, yeah, he defuses the bomb. So like, Pollux finds out. He tells Pollux about like their new plan of like, yeah, we're gonna take out all of our competition. He's like, just you have to squeal on where the bomb is that you built, so I can be a hero. I like how he defuses it with 2 seconds to spare.
And I like how he just like slowly takes his jacket up too.
Yeah. And it like in the film, like the news thing where he's like walking down with just like these 2 canisters of this poisonous gas. I'm like, should I be just carrying that like that, dude? Like,
I got it. He's all wiggling, like waving it around.
If they are watching right now, I do have a message. Interception. Our side's got the ball. So good.
I know.
And like, so then he like goes home. Like Castor goes to like Archer's home, and I love that how he like misses the house and then backs up when he sees Eve. Like his daughter's posters, like none of those are real bands.
I noticed.
Like Hurl Girl. I was like, I don't know who Hurl Girl. Maybe Hurl Girl's a real band. Are you a real band?
Is Hurl Girl a thing? We'll look it up. Maybe it's really
Like I
cool.
feel like they couldn't afford like the rights to real band posters. Like, let's make our own Hurl Girl.
I didn't know that was a thing. I was like, you can't put up a real band poster if it's like there for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And I swear, I like every so often you'll just see random 9 Inch Nails stuff in old 90s movies, or like No Doubt, or any 90s band, anything. Just random.
Maybe John was going for the small bands. He's like, I want to give them some love.
Okay.
Hurl Girl, you're in my movie.
I'm Hurl Girl #1 fan right here.
#2 fans.
Yeah.
There's a great line when Castor's talking to his brother, and he goes, well, now I'm the one with all the looks. And he's like, touche. You're not the only one that's smart, brother. He's like, well, now I'm the only one with good looks. Touche. This ridiculous chin. Like, I like that. They got to like play, like almost make fun of themselves at the same time, too. That's really good.
I always forget how big that dimple is in his chin.
He is a better husband than Archer.
I know. And he's a friggin' psycho. I was like, man, he actually
He like makes her dinner, finds out about date night. He like rubs her feet. He's like attentive to her needs. There's the smallest throwaway line kind of a thing. They get the bomb and it's like, sir, the president's on line 1. He wants to talk to you, and your wife's on line 2. He's like all right, cool. Tell the president to put the president on hold. I'm going to talk to my wife.
I know. I'm just
That's
like,
a great husband right there. Like,
seriously. Like, man, somebody needs to be taking some tips.
Archer looking at
Because I would have been talking to the president, I'll tell you that much.
Fuck that. Hey, buddy.
How's it going?
So when Archer's trying to escape the prison, there's a really good idea of like just walking over and getting the smokes. I'm all out of cigarettes. Like, I don't fucking care. Said, I'm all out of cigarettes. And I love that fight when he's like, who got a light? Who's got a light? It's such a good like Castor thing. But the way he gets out is brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Like the cigarette on the guy's arm, and it like makes.
Or he like lets go of the.
Yeah, which is also a very futuristic machine of like halo thing around your head that's like shocking you.
That apparently just shocks you.
Yeah.
What the hell is that for? Okay, well, again, this is like a weird prison where, the guards kind of do whatever. It seems like.
I'm the only one that stops the fights around here.
Yeah, you were supposed
I'm gonna shock your head. Like, it looks like almost like those when you get haloed in Minority Report. Almost like that.
Kind of just like scrambles you a little bit.
Yeah. But then is a terrific gunfight scene, the escape scene. Flipping rail kills. Best part is when Archer shoots that guy's feet through the floor, and it does that.
Oh my god, that cracked me up.
It's not the Wilhelm. It's not the Wilhelm scream. It's like the other one that's used for
the
horror movies. Like, it's so fucking good. I love it.
It came out of nowhere too.
Yeah,
and there's a few like guys flying from getting shot in that too.
Like,
but yeah, I've got that written down. The scream of that one cop just.
Yeah, that scene was cool.
After seeing that, I really would love to ask John Woo, why did you put that scream in there? That was obviously there purposely.
Yeah, because it's like a well-known scream.
Yeah,
it's like second to Wilhelm scream.
Like, are you just paying homage or what? Because I loved it.
Yeah, it works well, but it's just like
it came out of nowhere. I didn't remember it. Because I know the other one you're talking about is that yeah.
Like it's the Lucas uses it in every movie.
That's right.
He likes to use it for like, like paying homage to it. But yeah, it's like the Wilhelm scream is used quite a bit, like especially like older movies. But yeah, this is like the intense Wilhelm scream.
Yeah. But again, it kind of fits with the over the top like action and drama in this movie.
I felt bad for the guy that was helping him escape. Because like you're like, I wanted him to live and escape with him so bad, but then he gets shot and he's holding him by the gun. I was like, no,
Yeah, I'm
let
like,
go.
nah, he's gonna fall.
He's dead.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't do the scream when he's falling down. And then the on the platform, you find out it's a giant oil rig, which is a brilliant idea.
But then I'm like, is there enough space? Like that, the inside of that place looks huge.
Well, I think it goes down.
Like in the water?
So most of it's underwater. But it's like, yeah, that's just like the cover for it, so nobody knows it's a prison. But like, that's when like you kind of start seeing the Nick Cage stunt double a little too much.
Well, yeah, because he goes sliding down that. There's like that spot where he slides down this incline, and that's where I was like, oh, boy, that sure looks like Nick Cage.
Yeah. And running in slow motion with like, and I love how the helicopter only is shooting the metal pipes next to him.
Yeah,
it's completely missing him with this giant machine gun. It's like all these sparks are flying.
And then the fire that lights his shoes on fire.
His little booties.
And then you know what really bothered me? He pops those off. No socks. They make those prisoners wear those damn rubber boots with no socks. I was like, fuck, man, that's awful. Like,
because,
talk about. Like, wouldn't that be shitty? Because it's the boots. Then it's the metal boots,
the metal
like
thing.
over the
and
top.
You don't take them off. Like, I don't think you get to take them. Maybe you get to take them off at night, but like,
the only time you seem to take them off is during that like shock therapy session. I don't even think they take the metal boot or the rubber boots off. They just take the metal ones off so they don't kill you.
Man, their feet are gonna be so blistered, like
blistered
like
and
crazy.
Disgusting, like awful.
Like, got some fungi going on.
Like, there's no way that a prison could operate like that without at least giving them like socks. Like, there's no way. I mean, we all know. I mean, even in Forrest Gump, they talk about how important socks are.
Change your shoes, you change your socks.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, because he pops
that's
them off
fucking gross.
barefoot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Like, oh man, how long has he been barefoot? Like, do they give none of the inmates socks in there? That's awful.
God,
gross.
Smell gross in there. There's like a bunch of fucking cheese smell in there.
I feel bad for those prisoners. Only for that reason though, because it seems like a lot of them are pretty fucked up. Yeah.
I mean, I get to wear socks, so
I had to give up my socks. Dugan needed toilet paper. So I'm barefoot right now. This floor is really cold. I still got my cot. You know, I got a cot and I got
That's good. That's good.
You know, they haven't taken that yet. So
well, that's good.
Anyway,
did you get the mattress topper too?
No, I didn't. It's just a blanket and a mattress.
Oh. Archer escapes. They tell Castor, like, where's the body? I'm like, which is smart because he knows. He's like, well, you know, we're gonna make sure it's the city swift. He's already here. He's already here.
It's like, yeah, he is.
Steals a good old Volvo from the valet thing.
Yeah.
Which like that car, like, it's a shitty looking car. I don't feel like it would have that like whoop 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 like fucking,
I know,
like alarm thing on it. I'm like, really?
I know. I felt the same way, but I'm like, whatever. Who cares? I guess.
Yeah.
It's not like he's gonna keep it anyway.
And then he tries calling his wife, right?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, if I got a call like that, like, because I'm trying to put I was trying to put myself in those shoes. Like, what would I do if I got a call like that?
I don't know who you are, but never call me again. Hang up. I'd be like, should I kind of like listen to this a little bit?
I know. Like, would I listen? Like, because, you know, would I listen only because like of stuff that I like, movies like this?
Yeah.
You know, and then I'm thinking, like, maybe I'm just being paranoid. Like, maybe like it's just like a weird paranoia that I got from watching too many movies. Like, if someone literally called me that, or called me and said, "Don't trust your wife. It's not
I won't. Okay.
I could, no problem. No problem.
I'll leave right now.
Who are you? Where are you? I'm coming to you.
Yeah. I don't know how you know so much, but I'm in, dude.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Who is this? And then so he escapes and he makes it back to his hideout, I guess.
I think it's
that other guy, that guy's house, his friend's house.
I think it's that bald guy's house.
Yeah.
And his sister, which is a very strange relationship.
Okay,
And
yeah, it's his sister. Because I was just
Yeah.
like, wait, are they together or?
no, it's like his sister. They say it like a few times in the movie. I'm like, well, it's a weird sister-brother relationship.
They were real close.
But like, he gets high, and then they say the title of the movie so many times in one scene. What do you want to do? I want to take his face off.
I like how they're all like, all right,
You want to take his face off.
I get it. The face off.
Which, by the way, folks, is a terrific Susceptible song. If you don't know who the Susceptibles are, they're a terrific band. They have a song called Face Off. It's about
Yes,
this movie.
it's about this movie. That's how good this movie is. He gets
Yep.
songs written about it.
Damn right.
It was funny. I was just thinking about Susceptibles. I'm going to go off on a tangent here, but I was thinking about My City. Love that song.
Yep.
Also, I remember the music video.
Yeah, that was good.
I'll never forget the part where it's like them in the car and they're like filming that woman just to look over, just to.
Yeah. And so then this is when you find out that that lady's son is Castor's son.
Yeah. Ooh, bombshell.
And Archer proceeds to hug him, do the face thing, and call him Michael and freak the fuck out of him.
Well, it's weird. And before that, I love the line that when they're still sitting getting all high off the pills, and he's like, "Oh, well, if you excuse me, I have to use the little boy's wee-wee room."
The wee room, yeah. How do you know the code to his thing? It's his dead son's birthday.
Sick.
I
I like how even they call him sick for acting like that. It's like,
Sick.
Jesus, dude. Well, I know there's that scene where I think it's when he's like looking in the mirror. I'm not dead. I'm me.
I'm me.
I'm me. And he's like, and then just goes and plops on the bed.
Mm-hmm. Turns around to that lady and everything too. I'm me.
I've had a few plops on a bed like that before. Usually because I drank too much.
I'm me.
I'm not dead. I'm me.
And then I wish I was dead.
Yeah.
And then another beautiful shootout. This movie's, I mean, John Woo movies are filled with
The
beautiful
action.
shootouts.
Okay, yeah, we might tease the John Woo a little bit, but the action is really cool in these movies. It's always
like this,
pretty damn cool.
This shootout is really cool because you guys got like guys flying in on like fucking ropes and being shot while they're like on the rope still, so like hanging around and getting like kicked out of windows and just like it's fucking brutal.
Yeah.
And just like, and then the fucking, I don't know why this kid's listening to Somewhere Over the Rainbow. It's really weird. Maybe it's just because it's an easy song to obtain. It's like, listen to your music. How'd you get to be so brave? How'd you get to be so brave? But like, I liked that scene of like the gunfire, but I wish it wasn't that song.
What song would you?
Because I hate that song. Like,
well, it's only because I don't hate the song, but I don't love it. Like I don't like it as much as I used to when I had first seen Wizard of Oz as a kid. Because you know who fucked it up? that dude,
the ukulele guy.
Yes.
Yeah, the dead Hawaiian guy. Yeah, he
screwed that. And you know, there's probably gonna be some people out there. Oh, but that was a beautiful rendition. You know who's a beautiful rendition? It was
good the first couple times.
Yeah, it was fine. You know, and then it got way blown out of proportion, and I didn't think it was all that great.
And then it was in every fucking car commercial and every romantic movie, and like it was just fucking everywhere.
Yeah, I would have rather
like
the OG.
Any song besides that to me, it just doesn't like. I liked the juxtaposition of it, but I wish it was a different song. I don't know which one offhand I would choose, but it was a different song.
Well, I think in '97 this was before the Hawaiian dude.
Yeah, well, but like I just in general.
So like at the time, it was fine.
Yeah,
but now Somewhere Over the Rainbow has been ruined.
Yeah,
and you got and the people out there can take that for, you know. Start a discussion in the comments. I'd like to hear what other people think. Maybe is there anybody that agrees with us that song got ruined because that was we got so oversaturated with Somewhere Over the Rainbow? We're gonna get some shit for that.
Yeah, no, nobody watches this show anyway. Who fucking cares?
True.
So then there's that really fucking cool gunfight scene with the mirrors and Archer and Castor like So fucking
that's
cool.
so cool when they're staring at themselves, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Well, like when it's that divide between them and they're both on both sides, like talking to each other, and they like do that cool thing where they're like pointing the guns at the mirrors and they like see, you know, themselves.
Yeah. Where it's
Screw it, let's just kill each other instead. Like,
Yeah.
but like it's such a cool shot. Like he's stylistically, like once again, we jab at him. It's goofy, but the guy knows what the fuck he's doing, man.
Yeah, there's cool shots. Like that was a cool scene.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I'm sitting here and there's a few like, yeah, we laughed at the cop getting shot when he was all, "Ah," but then you got like, like I'm sitting here watching and I giggle a little bit, and then we get to this and I'm like, man, this is cool.
Mm-hmm.
And the lines are cool, you know.
Yeah.
Was this before John Travolta's talking to his daughter when that dude is like creeping on her?
Yeah, that happened before this because Pollux calls Castor while he's at home.
Oh yeah,
he's like,
and then they show
hang
up
on,
like,
he's like, I have to take care of something, because that's when Danny Masterson's getting all creepy on his daughter.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. And then so he's inside and he's talking to her about it. And then I love that scene when he goes, do you have protection? She goes like, oh, you mean like condoms? And he goes, no.
Mm-hmm.
And like before, if you notice, like they're both sitting, but as soon as she goes like,
He's
oh, what condom? He's up. He's like right in her face too. He's like standing, like he didn't even get up.
Slow-mo butterfly knife. There's a weird cut there, but yeah, he's just suddenly like curvy, wavy butterfly knife. Stick this in his thigh and twist it. The wound won't heal. I was like, I shouldn't have told her that. She uses that later.
Yeah, on you. That's a spoilie. We warned you already, so I mean, you knew what you're getting into.
if by now you just started watching season 5, episode 3, and you're
just joining us,
this is on you, partner.
Because a friend of yours is watching. You're like, oh, what are you watching? Who are these dashing young gentlemen?
Yeah.
Well, we just threw.
Oh, they just spoiled the movie right away. What? There's not like a warning at the. Oh wait, there is. But I wasn't paying attention. This is just a video. I don't watch videos and my friends put it on. I just go, oh, blank it out and go, this is real neat. I can't wait for this to end so I can show you one of my favorite videos. I don't have this isn't hitting a sore spot at all for me. So
no, not at all. Not at all. Oh, wow. This is better than I thought.
Thanks. That's a great compliment. Hey, you guys aren't that bad.
Not that good either.
Yeah. It's that right level of shitty. Archer proves to his wife that he's actually her husband because the blood type thing. Because earlier in the movie, he said your blood type won't match, but nobody will care. No. But since she's a doctor.
Oh, that's right. And then he goes to their house.
Yeah.
And then he's in there and he finds her in there and tells her all that shit. And she's like, I know you're not going to believe me and blah, blah, blah. But
he's holding her. He's like, just don't even look at my face. Just listen to me.
And that'd be creepy too, you know?
Yeah. You're like, this guy knows a lot about me and he like knows a lot of things about my husband, but
like personal stuff, you know?
So, but then again, once again, like you said, we watch movies so much. I'm like, I believe you 100%, dude.
Someday he's going to show up. He's going to look like me, but it's not going to be me.
It's like, I know it's not. And then some other guy's going to come up and you're going to be him. He's going
to be somebody that like I hate so much.
Like, I believe you. But yeah, because then does she meet him at the hospital, right? Because that's when she does the blood test and he's there.
Yeah, and that's afterward, because he gets shot.
And Castor shows up at the hospital because he suspects it.
Mm-hmm.
And I like when he like opens up that curtain where she's at and she like grabs the guy and it's just like some other fucking guy.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, because you think it's gonna be him like the whole time. Like, oh no. Yeah.
Oh, got him.
Cool.
Got him.
Got him.
You know, but then it's not. And he escapes.
That's the whole hostage situation shootout at the church corral.
Ooh, doggy.
Because there's not like the ending of the movie happens so fast. Like there's like build up. And then there's like the mirror scene shootout and then just like end the movie.
Yeah, and it does kind of feel like it gets a little rushed. And it sucks when that happens. But I mean, so they're going to a funeral.
Right, because it was the commissioner dude or whatever, the bald guy, Archer's boss.
Yeah.
because Castor ends up killing him.
Yeah.
Right. So the heart attack.
Yeah. Even though
Yeah.
he like beats him and then just
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, they're going to that funeral, and that's where they do the cool showdown, which he enters with doves flying in the room. I don't know if you've seen Mission Impossible 2. Same thing fucking happens in Mission Impossible 2. Like these like birds fly through this door with light behind it, and then Ethan comes running out of it and like shoots somebody and then like runs through another thing. So it's like it's a thing John Woo loves to use, and like he uses
The
in this,
church
like, the
doors
birds.
opening and the doves flowing in with the slow-mo. Yeah. Wasn't it? He did that other movie called The One. There's a lot of that too.
Ooh, what a predicament. You're still not having any fun. Like that's a great, like, you can, it's like very much inspired by like westerns at that point, you can tell.
Yeah.
Because there's like everyone's holding a gun on somebody else kind of a
Yeah.
thing. And it was like a really cool, like, and then the
I like
one
that.
lady shows up, so he throws a gun to her, and it's like, Sasha, babe, I'm Castor. Like,
Yeah. I do enjoy that scene because it's kind of goofy at the same time, just because of all the like everybody with
Yeah.
the guns, you know.
And then the poor mom, you know, and just the whole time.
What's
But what's cool, like, it's a cool shootout. Once again, flips for no reason on the floor.
Yeah,
It's
there's
really
a nice
cool that
Nick Cage one, just a front flip, lands in the middle of the floor, keeps shooting. That's it. That's all it is.
Because doesn't Sasha save Archer's wife? Right?
Yeah,
She
she like
"Get
grabs her.
down."
Let's go.
Yeah, because like that's when the shootout starts. She like tackles her,
Mhm.
and then she gets shot.
Yep.
And then Jamie shows up and ruins the whole thing. Or Janie, sorry, Jamie.
It's a Jamie.
Yeah, because he calls her Janie, doesn't he? He
Yeah,
looks
and
at
then
the
like
pillow.
you got something I
Jamie.
crave. Like
Yeah, cigarettes, gets all close to her. The
Like-
plot thickens.
Papa's got a brand new bag.
Yeah, because like she shows up, right, and Castor ends up taking her hostage.
Yeah.
But that's when Archer's voice thing's broken, right?
Yeah.
Listen to my voice. I'm your father. I'm your father. Listen to my voice, Jamie. Oh, I'm your father.
Okay, so do they live like right next to the ocean? I feel like I can hear that you can hear the ocean through this entire movie.
Yeah, it like they must, because like anytime it's their scene, it's just like
Anytime it's quiet, it feels like you can
yeah.
Like, man, they're next to the ocean this entire movie.
We've got beachfront property.
Everywhere.
When you're the world's greatest cop, that's what you get.
Well, and when you're the world's greatest terrorist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like even the funeral's like right next to the ocean. Like,
well, they needed it to be there. It's where the boat scene happened.
Boat chase. That's right.
Yeah, they're shooting at each other. Oh, she's Jamie. I think it's
Jamie.
She stabs John Travolta in the thigh and twists the knife.
As he told her to do earlier in the movie, he sure did get his comeuppance from that one, from poor Johnny. Yes. A good old plant and payoff, as I see.
Fantastic.
It is a good show.
But yeah, that came back to bite him in the ass.
Because she believes him. Because the sound of the voice she's talking about.
Well, I mean, it'd be kind of hard to like not believe him at that point. But I don't know. It'd still be weird. As a kid, would I still be like, okay, no, this guy can just do a really good impersonation of my dad.
This guy can do a good John Travolta voice.
And then so they're running down. He runs away at that point, and I'm kind of surprised he gets so far away from him so quick. Am I missing something that happens to Nick Cage right there? Because doesn't he just go off chasing him?
I think he throws like Jamie at him or whatever, and he's like, you know, making sure she's okay. Meanwhile, Nick Cage or Castor's running off, but he does get a decent head start on him.
Yeah,
because then he gets
shoots that poor dude in the boat. I need your awesome speedboat. Pow pow.
Well, he does shoot the pilot earlier too, you know, for not doing
at least
anything.
Castor Troy. He's ruthless. I think that's why a lot of people are just like, "Oh, this ain't you," when he's in the prison, because he would have just killed that dude. No problem.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he would have killed. No problem.
Yeah. No problem at all. Bang. Yeah, the boat chase scene is where you can really see.
You got that sweet stunt double work. They did good work, but they
They did.
certainly don't look like the actors that they're portraying.
It's a lot of side boat action, holding onto boats, jumping boats, flying through explosion boats. And then my favorite is when
Like
they're arm in arm flying sideways through the air is my favorite part. Just because how like the way they fly sideways, they're like kicking their arms and legs, you know.
But they're like crunched up, like
Yeah. Yeah, that one's always thought like and then like it's those action moments where they keep replaying it. So it's like the whole like national, this is the Coast Guard.
Yep. Not anymore.
Yep. That whole time like the harpoon thing too. I'm like, just fucking shoot it.
I know. And then he grabs. He's quick.
Oh yeah, because that's when they're on the beach. That's right. There's the fight scene on the beach, or yeah, I guess that's what you call it.
Yeah.
And he finally shoots the harpoon, and yeah, like Castor grabs it like right last second. I was like, oh
yeah. You're like, oh shit. And I thought like, damn, I had assumed that those came out pretty quick. Like, so he's pretty fucking fast to grab it. Like,
I mean, if he can jump and shoot people, he can grab a harpoon.
Well, again, yeah, he's got like ridiculously good aim while flying through the air sideways.
He's Castor Troy. Yeah. Castor fucking Troy, now watch your fucking mouth.
Oh, you know what we skipped? When he freaks out on that other kid.
Oh, Michael, when he's like, grab Michael.
Yeah. Michael. She's like, what are you doing? You're freaking him out. Also, why doesn't she like question the face thing when he does it? Because he does it to him.
Well, because he's never around.
True, but I mean, has
he's
he ever
never interacted with the kid?
Or like,
I don't know. He's never interacted with the kid before.
Guess that's true.
Yeah, so she's like, I guess this is how Castor's always done it.
I know. To me, it was a little strange. They just took it at face value. So
face off value.
Anyway, back to that scene.
Yeah.
He catches the harpoon, and then he starts cutting his own face off.
Because you have to look good in the mirror, because this is the other face you'll see. Because I guess if he dies, they can't get his face or something. I don't know.
Well, yeah, because if the skin die, it'll just die. His face will just die on him.
I mean, it's not properly attached to the body. So if he dies, it's going to die a lot faster and just fall off. So you got to keep him fresh.
Yeah, even the spots where it was put together just fades and just like the face just starts peeling off.
So then, good guys coming up to the beach. They call Castor Troy Archer. They know it's Archer.
Yeah,
it's, they found it out. His wife told him. Whatever. I don't know how they do it. Wrapped up in a heartbeat.
They throw him in the ambulance right next to fucking
himself.
Yeah, I know, which was weird. He's like right on him too.
Yeah. And then has the surgery, and he's like, "There's a scar. I think I'm ready to get rid of it.
Yeah, it's cool.
I don't need a scar anymore. Oh, I don't need a scar anymore."
They're and those doctors are looking at him like, okay, yeah, the drugs are kicking in. We don't know what the fuck you're talking about. We're not the original guys that did the surgery.
We don't have a scar saved anywhere in a petri dish, so you're not getting it anyway.
It fell into the face fire.
Yeah. Oops.
The fire we're going to use to burn Nick Cage's face at the end, but
and also your scar fell in there.
Yeah, sorry.
And then like the legality behind just like getting this kid.
Yeah.
It's like, well, cool. He's our son now.
Yeah. Sorry, his mom died and like, yeah. And then
his father is a serial mass murderer terrorist. He's ours now. We get to keep him. As long as you promise to feed him and water him and take him out for walks.
Yeah, and he's not scarred for life because he just saw a bunch of people like get mowed down.
No, not at all.
And
is now in a strange family, but it's okay. Hi, Adam. Hi. We're family now.
Yeah.
We're a bad acting teenager and child now.
Oh god, dude. You know what? It was cringy when she's like, "Dad, sorry I shot you." I was like,
I'm sorry, I'm about to shoot you.
I felt your pain.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Because it's like child actor and then teenage actor is like a whole nother level of like, this is bad.
Yeah, it was pretty horrible. That's
Yeah.
like that's my last note. The kids in this one bothered me.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Awful.
Face awful.
Face off. Ooh.
Not the movie though. The movie.
Guess what, partners? It's that time of the episode again where you should get off your keister meester, head over to a great place where you can watch a bunch of cool nerdy stuff, and you can just nerd out with your nerd friends or yourself. But where do they go, Dane?
They go over to the Project Nerd website. That's Project-Nerd, and you're gonna and guess what? Who you're gonna find there? First off, you're gonna find us.
Yes.
Hopefully, your favorites. Probably your favorites. My favorite. But if not, you're gonna find all kinds of other stuff. You got cosplay, you got unboxings, you got other reviews, you got cool murder mystery podcasts. We know from experience with that. We've worked with them. They kind
of betrayed us in a way, but we're still really big fans.
I mean, they sent us to prison, but we're still big fans.
Doesn't mean they're not cool.
They're there. Whatever your nerd heart desires, you're gonna find it on Project Nerd.
Let's get this review on the road.
It's you first on this one.
Yeah. One of my all-time favorite Nick Cage movies. Fucking classic movie. We've watched it hundreds of times. We reference it quite frequently. A very good song is made about this movie, which we covered that song. It's over the top, but all in the good ways, like a John Woo movie should be. Great action, great premise, fucking great acting. Nailed it on the head. John Travolta and Nicolas Cage. Like, especially Nicolas Cage acting like John Travolta, acting like Nicolas Cage. I can't get over that fact. Like, that's always the best part to me. So I'm going to give this movie 10 out of 10 chiclets.
I would have to agree with you on that one. This is one of my definitely all-time favorite Nick Cage movies. Watched it many, many times. And it's funny that I've watched it so many times and still forgot about some of the stuff in this.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's not one of those movies I watch like constantly. I'm not watching it over and over, but I have seen it a lot. It's like it's like there's messed up premises to it, but it's also kind of fun, only because it kind of feels like the actors are having a lot of fun doing it, and like it's a really cool like sci-fi idea. Like on paper, it's a cool idea. Like, yeah, there's a lot of like holes in it, and a lot of stuff just doesn't work, but it's cool. Like I don't know. Like, I guess this movie to me, it's just a cool movie. Like, it's one of those movies that's like, it's a weird idea and it's executed and it goes off really well. Like, it doesn't need to be super serious. And I wish there were more movies like this. Like, yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And yeah, after having major surgery and having a complete reconstruction of your body you're not going to be able to escape a prison in a week after that. But I mean, but like the idea is really cool, and I wish there were more movies like this. And I mean, they wouldn't even have to be actiony, just like futuristic-y, weird stuff like this. Just a fresh idea. It's a cool, fresh idea. Weird and like goofy as it is, it's even in 2022, it's still more fresh than a lot of the lame crap that's coming out. So I will give it. I'm going to give it 10 out of 10 peaches. That's how good it is.
How long could you eat those peaches?
I could eat those peaches for hours.
Wow.
Hours and hours. Hours and hours. I could eat a peach for hours. I could wedge a peach for hours.
I could palisade a peach for hours too.
I've seen you do it.
I'll do it again, but we don't have the time. That was a fantastic episode.
That was a
fantastic movie. In a fantastic prison. I am having the time of my life in here.
I am not, sir. I'm having a horrible time.
Well,
this prison is awful for me. Dugan is a horrible, horrible person. The nicest person is my cellmate, and even he is a little rough with me sometimes. Well,
Dugan, Bert, and I are gonna go down to the Commons and just kind of like jam out, probably listen to like 311, play some Crossfire. We got Crossfire. You remember Crossfire? You'll
Really?
get caught up in the crossfire.
Crossfire.
Yeah, we got that. We're gonna play that. Maybe I'll ask Dugan if you can come along.
That'd be really cool. You know, maybe he'll warm up to me.
I mean, just try not being yourself. Obviously, he hates.
I don't know how to do that.
So just try to be somebody else. But
I don't. Maybe I can pretend to be like
Nicolas
Cage pretending to be John Travolta, pretending to be me.
Nicely done.
You know, if I've learned any sort of lesson, perhaps it could come from this movie. You know, I mean, you know, it does take place in prison. I could take some lessons from that. You know,
there you go. Well, folks, until next time, for Two Guys One Film, I'm Dylan.
And I'm Dane.
And we'll see you next week.